This is a part 2, an update to the first video I did the other day in relation to this Cooper & Hunter mini split system that I purchased from minisplitsfullest.com online. And in the first video I had showed that my cooling fins were damaged and it arrived this way. And there's some pretty extensive damage that came from most likely hitting up against the edge of the inside of this machine. And I had to find out why it was doing that, and found that these cooling fins are not attached. They're just floating around inside this machine. You can see on the top, you can see even, I guess more so, just how that's doing that. And the reason that that's so bad is because these coils are connected to those cooling lines. Those cooling lines come out and are connected to the external connections. Those connections are made to accept this, which is called a line set, and there's two of these lines I'll show you in a minute. And this flared end right here fits in against these connections, and the connections have to be tight. Not just tight, they have to be set to a very specific torque set, and the torque requirements are right here in their manual from Cooper & Hunter. These have to be applied to this when attaching it to the machine, as well as the line sets that come out of the wall. You can see over here, I will show you. Here's the line sets that we're talking about. I'll take them out of the box here. This set of blinds, as you can see, there's two of them. They connect to the head unit from the inside of the house and come down and attach to here. And it's essential that these flares are made properly in order to seat well on the machine. And there's a liquid that's called Nylog. Nylog acts as a sealant. You place it on the edge. You probably want to dab it on your finger and place it on the edge, inside the inside edge. Not too much, because you don't want it to drip inside. So it's probably best to do it upside down. And put some Nylog on there. And then you take this and you connect it to the part coming out from your head unit inside the wall to here. And you use that, or do that, I'm sorry, using torque wrenches in special connections. So I have torque wrenches here to do that. And here's again my torque specs. Now to make these, because my line set is so long, I'm going to have to cut them using a pipe cutter. And then I will have to use these tools placed over the neck of the copper in order to reflare. These are called flares. So these flares have to be precise in order to get these to be accepted by the ends, if that makes sense. Again, I'm sorry if I'm dragging on. Just trying to explain. It's a little bit more technical than the last video. Now, after you have put some Nylog on the end and connected this up using the torque wrenches to very specific torque requirements, you have to vacuum the system down using a vacuum unit, a pump. You connect these over here. You take this cover off and you connect them to, if you can see, there's connections inside. And you vacuum the system down to remove air and moisture. And you hold that vacuum so that it shows consistent pressure. If the pressure in the gauge drops, then there's a leak. So it's vitally important that you get these seals properly seated. Now, why is that important? Well, going back to this machine, I showed you that there's the lines for the coolant that goes through and travels into these fins. Now, you see, like I told you, look at that. These are not attached properly to the unit. They're floating around. And that's going to cause these ends that attach to the inside unit with those lines I showed you, the coolant lines. These are going to be compromised inside. Even if you try to get this vacuum down with the vacuum pump, even if you use this, you're not going to achieve the vacuum seal, because the seal inside itself has been compromised. Now, I was told by Cooper and Hunter that this problem is only cosmetic. This is not a cosmetic problem. This problem is functional and operational. This unit will neither function nor operate. So for them to claim that this is cosmetic only is incompetence or a lie or something else, but it's not the truth. So this unit is dead and they won't take it back. I'm still having problems with Mini Splits for Less. They are giving me the runaround, and sadly they even stopped answering my emails. I had to call them today and tell them that I had filed a complaint against them with the Attorney General in Florida, their office, as well as the Federal Trade Commission. I also set a formal complaint with my credit card company, who will be contending with them next week if they don't give me my money back and take this unit. So this is the update. I'm sorry, it's a little more technical. So I hope this helps you out in looking for a mini split for your house, home, garage, whatever you want it for, so that you can make an informed decision. Be careful, because Mini Splits for Less, they were nice on the phone, but they sure do avoid standing behind their products, which is a big problem. If you buy from someone, you expect them to take care of you, and their what would you say, service and customer service is not there. They're just like everybody else, dropping the ball. So again, thank you for taking a look at this video. I hope it's helpful. Just want to warn people out there who want to educate themselves and making decisions. Okay, thank you.